You might think a place like the Yankee Stadium wouldn't worry about lighting costs, but the truth is, they made a bold move that now saves them over $50,000 a year. Today, I'll show you exactly what they did and how you can apply the same strategy to your own sports field project, no matter the size or the budget. Back in 2009, the Yankee Stadium had one of the best metal halide lighting systems in the league. But everything changed after a game in Seattle, at what's now called the T-Mobile Park, the first MLB stadium to install LED lighting. The Yankee players were struck by the difference, the clarity, the brightness, the visual comfort. They weren't the only ones. The Seattle Mariners stadium operators spoke highly of both the economic and non-economic benefits they were seeing with the new system. That first-hand experience, combined with the strong recommendation from Seattle's team, convinced the Yankees to seriously consider an LED upgrade of their own. In a bold move, the Yankees bypassed the typical MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding phase, an early agreement usually used to outline project intent before contracts are signed. Instead, they went straight to a deal with Gigaterra Lighting. That kind of direct commitment is rare, especially considering their previous lighting system came from Musco, one of the most established names in stadium lighting. They removed 888 metal halide fixtures, which included a mix of 1 kilowatt, 1.5 kilowatt, and 2 kilowatt units. In their place, they installed just 692 LED fixtures, each rated at 1 kilowatt. That's fewer fixtures, lower total power consumption, and significantly better lighting performance. To complete the upgrade, the project used a well-organized team. First, 6 workers were assigned to remove the old metal halide lights. At the same time, 20 crew members began installing the new LED fixtures around the stadium. After all the lights were in place, a smaller team of 3 specialists carefully adjusted the lights, making sure they matched the ideal angles and brightness levels calculated through computer simulations. This final step only took 4 days. In total, the entire project was done in just 2 weeks, much faster than the original estimate of over a month. The new lighting didn't just meet MLB standards, it exceeded them. Let's look at the numbers. In the infield, lighting levels jumped from 348 to 441 foot candles. That's a 25% increase in brightness right where the action happens. In the outfield, the difference was even bigger, from 291 to 443 foot candles, a 50% boost. But it wasn't just about the brightness. The new system gave them better light balance across the field, less glare and more natural looking colors, making it easier for players to track the ball and for fans to enjoy the game. But the new lights didn't just make the stadium brighter, they made it more cost efficient too. The Yankees cut their energy use by 35 to 40%, which means big savings every month on electricity. And because they installed fewer LED fixtures than before, with a longer lifespan, they'll spend less on maintenance and replacements over time. Here's a simple way to look at it. The old metal halide system used around 1300 kilowatts of electricity per hour, and those lights typically stayed on for 6 to 8 hours per game, including pre-game, the full game, and post-game activities. At an average electricity rate of about 13 cents per kilowatt hour, that added up to roughly $950 to $1,300 per game, just in electricity costs. Now compare that to the new LED system. It uses less power, about 700 kilowatt hours per game. And it only needs to be on for 4 to 6 hours. That's because LEDs don't need to warm up and they're easier to control. The total energy cost per game drops to just $360 to $540. With 81 home games each season, the Yankees save around $54,000 per year on energy costs alone, thanks to the LED upgrade. And here's the kicker. Each night game now avoids over 200,000 pounds of CO2 emissions. That's roughly the same as 3 Boeing 737s flying coast to coast. If you're curious about the specific costs for your lighting project, try our sports lighting cost calculator tool at sportsvenuecalculator.com. It's a quick and easy way to get a tailored cost estimate for your project. Here's how it works. First, choose your sport and facility type. Then answer a few quick questions and enter your project details. Then submit your request, sit back and let the calculator do the work. You will receive a tailored cost estimate in your inbox within 2 minutes. Find the link to the cost calculator in the description below. Even if you're not managing a pro stadium like the Yankee Stadium, this story still matters. Today, municipal sports fields, high schools, and colleges can tap into the same high-performance LED technology, and it's much more accessible than you might think. Lighting companies now offer scaled solutions designed specifically for smaller fields and budgets. How do they do it? Photometric studies are used up front to map out exactly how the light will perform on your field before anything is installed. This means no wasted fixtures, no overlighting, and no guesswork. Many suppliers reuse infrastructure like existing poles or wiring where possible, which lowers costs dramatically. LEDs last longer, draw less power, and reduce maintenance. So even with a modest upfront budget, your long-term ROI is much stronger than with older systems. Want to know what an LED upgrade will cost at your field? Visit sportsvenuecalculator.com today to use our lighting cost estimator, explore our grants and funding database to find financial support, or visit our supplier directory to find lighting professionals like Gigaterra to help with your project. Smarter lighting starts with smarter planning, just like the Yankees did.